This is Luzerne County Community College basketball on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome to James T. Atherton Gymnasium on the campus of Luzerne County Community College in Nanticoke. Tonight, it's an Eastern Pennsylvania athletic clash between Lehigh Carbon Community College and Luzerne. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob I, joined courtside by my partner, Doug Walsh. Aaron Dugan will join us shortly. Let's talk about the Trailblazers. Doug, they have problems on the defensive side, but offensively, they're averaging 92 points per game, and they're led by our Wendy Spotlight player, Jordan Black.
Yeah, Bob, Jordan Black, a sophomore from Pittston area high school. He needs to show leadership. He's 6'4", he's averaging 21 points a game, 9 rebounds. He's a good passer out of the post with 3 assists. He's got to anchor the middle of the lane.
One guy Coach Mike Latrella really likes is our other Wendy Spotlight player, and that's Matt DeSoy.
Matt DeSoy, freshman out of Wilkes-Barre Myers. 20-plus points a game so far. He's a good passer with 7 assists. He can shoot the 3, almost 40%. He's got to run the show for Luzerne tonight.
You had a chance to talk to both coaches, and they gave you a key to the game for each team.
Well, Lehigh Carbon's turning the ball over way too many times. 29 one game, 23 another game. They must take care of the ball and reduce those turnovers. For Luzerne, as you said, they average 92, but they're giving up 95, and that's because of their poor transition defense from offense to defense. They got to hustle back and get good stops.
When we return, the starting lineups and the opening tip, it's Lehigh Carbon and Luzerne next.
You're watching Luzerne County Community College basketball on MyTV WQMY.
Here are your Toyota starters for the Cougars of Lehigh Carbon, 1-6 overall this season. Pablo Vasquez, your forward, Joseph White, the other forward. Your guards are Germany Gordon, Jordan Hackett, and Gabriel Burgos. For the Trailblazers, who are 2-5 into today's contest, Jordan Black and Matt Elmore are your forwards. Josh Ariza, AJ Colon, Matt DeSoy are your guards. All set for basketball here at Luzerne County Community College. Here are the referees for tonight: John McDaniel, Del Phillips, and Dan Liuzzo. So, Doug, the first thing we notice is the short bench for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, both of these teams like to get up and down the floor, so the advantage right off the bat goes to Lehigh Carbon with their depth.
So it's the Cougars who pull it down first. This is Jordan Hackett, number 11.
You see Luzerne opening up zone, Bob. They'll probably be a little bit, they don't want to get foul trouble, so they play zone.
From downtown, first shot of the night, taken for Burgos for 3.
Lehigh Carbon picks up full court, man-to-man.
That's Matt DeSoy, control most of the game. His shot blocked away.
DeSoy likes to drive it into the paint, look for his teammates, or finish.
The Cougars coming off a couple of losses the other night to Philadelphia Community College, 87-67. And then Northampton, they lost to 82-45.
Gabe Burgos came from the right wing, got the rebound on the floor, and he had nothing to do but no recourse but to call a 30-second timeout.
This is the first meeting of this season, but they met twice last year, including the January meeting where Lehigh took care of Luzerne, 98-86. In their November meeting of 2016, it was the Cougars over the Trailblazers, 88-87.
Yeah, 2 high-scoring affairs. One-pointer here, 86, 98, 88, 87. That's a lot of scoring, so we'll probably see that again tonight.
Cougars come in, averaging 63 points per game, shooting 39% from field goals and 25% for the three-pointers. Another 3, this one off the mark by Burgos.
Well, the problem with the zone, Bob, is rebounding. You've got to rebound out of the zone, and that's what Coach Latrella was a little bit nervous about.
Taken away by Elmore. Up quickly to Cologne.
Well, you see why they get 92 points a game. They get out quickly, run off their defense, run off their rebound. Good look ahead by Black.
Second three of the night. This one by White. Just 1 for 14 coming in, but hit that one pretty easily.
Well, the first 4 possessions, Bob, they shot up 3-pointers. So the old saying is you live with the 3, you die with the 3. So we'll see how that goes.
Back it up.
Zone keeps the pressure on the guards, keeps the ball out of the lane.
White out of Parkland High School took that shot. Here's Jordan Black. In and out by Elmore.
I don't think we're going to see any shot clock violations tonight.
No.
Now the zone will make Lehigh take some more time off the clock, but Luzerne certainly will not have a shot clock violation.
There's Vasquez, and he averages 14 points per game. Leading scorer on the team. Early on, Doug, it looks like rebounding an issue for Luzerne.
Good defense by Gordon, forced the ill-advised shot by Black.
Off the mark from Gordon.
Even the big guys want to push it. You see Black going up and down the floor.
Yeah, that's not unusual for him. Seen that in most of the 7 games here coming in. 6-point lead for the Cougars. Almost taken away by Cologne.
When you play zone, you're a little susceptible to the corner jumper and the inside in the paint. From the high post, you see Vasquez got to get there in the high post.
Back to Hackett. He lays it up and in for his first 2 of the night. He averages about 6.5 points per game. DeSoy wants to run it. Elmore missed an easy one.
Yeah, if you Luzerne, you don't mind that. You want to push the tempo. You want to get good shots, and they had a good one. Elmore just couldn't convert. You see A.J. Cologne come out a little high, force that pass, errant pass.
Luzerne has numbers. If they want it, Cologne from downtown for 3.
Coach Latrella likes A.J. Cologne. Conrad Weiser shoots 44% from 3, and you can see why. That looked good all the way.
23rd three-pointer on the year for Cologne, the freshman. White from downtown, off the mark.
Right back up.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if you're Luzerne, Bob, you're happy with the 3 ball not going in, but you must rebound out of the zone.
So the first time out of the night, and it's a 7-point lead for the Cougars. We'll be right back.
Who got game? He got game. She got game. But we up next. Yeah, the world on deck. Got a move that'll break your neck.
So it's an early 7-point lead for Lehigh Carbon. Doug, but time now to take out our check out our Geisinger Careworks marquee matchup.
Yeah, Bob, Pablo Vasquez, 6'4" sophomore out of Allentown, gets 14+ points, 8 rebounds. He's a 68% foul shooter, extremely versatile. He's going to go up against Jordan Black, 6'4" sophomore from Pittston. Almost gets a double-double every night out, 20 points and 9 rebounds. He holds down the middle of the lane.
Full court pressure being taken up now by the Cougars. Ariza out of Pocono Mountain brings it up.
Good pressure defense by Lehigh Carbon. Force the turnover.
Luzerne comes in averaging 92 points per game. And shoots 44%, 39%, which is a good percentage from three-pointer. So far, they haven't gotten any good looks. Offensive rebound by Rodriguez, who's in the game, number 33.
You know, if you're Luzerne, Bob, the offensive rebounding, there's 3 right there on that one possession. The offensive rebounding for Lehigh Carbon is going to be a big problem.
So Baldwin into the game out of Long Beach, California for his first 2.
Luzerne shooting awful quick in the shot clock.
So you can see the Cougars already early to their bench. DeSoy, easy 2.
Boy, they can run off their defense. Good job by Elmore. Looking ahead.
Luzerne still in that 3-2 looking zone. Lehigh to their bench. Rodriguez, an up and under, no good, and it's going to go over to the Trailblazers.
Pablo.
Substitutions into the game. First time tonight we'll see Sean Matos, number 23 for Lehigh, or Luzerne, excuse me. And back into the game, Gordon for the Cougars.
Full court pressure, man-to-man by Carbon. Force the turnover there. They're going to pressure as much as they can with a thin bench for Luzerne. They're going to try to wear them down. Pick up full court all over the place, pressure all over the place. Causing 3 or 4 turnovers so far.
Quick inbound shot, no good. DeSoy sees room, takes it right in, stripped away. Hackett back, no numbers. Good defense by Ariza, but again, right into the Cougars' hands.
Just as we expected, Bob. It's a track meet.
Cologne, no good. He has 5 already for Luzerne.
That's a good time to shoot a 3 in transition early. If you get a good look, you take it. Just didn't fall. No post game with Vasquez on the bench.
No numbers for Luzerne, but that doesn't stop DeSoy. Up to Elmore for his first 2. Matt Elmore, Jim Thorpe averaging 7.5 points per game.
Boy, Elmore runs the floor. Good find by DeSoy in traffic, threaded the needle. And a good finish by Elmore.
4-0 run for Luzerne. Cut the lead to 5 now.
Trying to get the ball inside Lehigh Valley.
DeSoy tripped up. Foul, first foul of the night. Gonna go to Baldwin.
Yeah, Vasquez checks back in. They couldn't keep him off the bench too much longer. They had absolutely no inside presence with him on the bench.
Luzerne missing a couple of guys, including their big guy, Keyshawn Palmer, who's had a couple technicals in his previous games, has to sit tonight.
Good job by DeSoy. Pushing the ball up the floor, pull-up jumper, tough shot, knocks it down. You got to be wary of Vasquez on the high post now. The guards have to sag back in so the ball can't go to the high post. DeSoy doing a good job of that.
Vasquez missed a couple underneath shots.
Yeah, if you're Lehigh Carbon, though, you don't mind that. You're getting what you want. You're getting the ball down low to Vasquez. They'll fall later on.
Trying to tie it up to Soy.
Good job by DeSoy running his own rebound down.
Here comes Hackett and the Cougars up by 3. Knocked out of bounds, and that will take us to our next timeout. With a 3-point lead, 14-13. Cougars continue to lead in this one over the Trailblazers. And time now to get it over to Aaron Dugan on the sidelines. Aaron?
Hey Bob, I have a special guest from Luzerne County Community College, the Vice President for Student Development, Rosanna Reyes. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. We're glad to be here and to be able to speak to your audience tonight.
So tell me a little bit about your transfer programs, how that translates to a four-year degree.
We are very excited to create opportunities for our students. We have over 6,000 students, and about 50% of those are on a transfer path someplace else. So we wanted to make sure that not only do they have the ability to bring all their credits to four-year institutions, but also that they can be able to afford that education once they get there. So our dual admission programs are really special because not only are they guaranteeing those transferring of credits, but they're also creating a financial pathway for students. They actually get an incentive in the form of a financial support to be able to transfer those credits. And it can range anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 at those receiving institutions. And some of the institutions that we have these dual admission agreements are University of Scranton, which is the most recent, Marywood University, Wilkes University, King's, Bloomsburg, East Stroudsburg, Misericordia University, Temple University. So we really are always looking to expand on these opportunities for our students.
And something else I know you're very proud of is the early college program. Tell me about that.
That's right. We're very proud of this program because our focus have moved beyond our four walls to the local school district. And what we do through this program is give our high school students the opportunity to begin taking college credits, earning an experience as well as credits towards a college degree while they're still in the high school. We also do that at a very discounted rate because we want to make sure that everyone who has an interest in pursuing an education is able to afford that. At $38 a credit in the high school, we really make sure that that became an option for many students and families. We actually have some high school students completing their associates before finishing their high school diploma. Yeah.
Impressive.
Yes, we're very excited about that.
Thank you so much for the information.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, Bob.
Thank you, Aaron. So Doug, a little mini run now by the Trailblazers, and they're down just 3.
Yeah, they were down 14-5, running a little 6-0 run, and just what the doctor ordered to get back in it before it got too far away from them.
Burgos from downtown. His
Better,
second 3 of the night.
Yeah, from that same spot. They better get out on him. Badly needed basket by Lehigh Carbon. They hadn't scored in 4 minutes.
Man-to-man by the Cougars. Matos and the Wyoming Valley West over to A.J. Cologne. Cologne with another 3. It's the second of the night. He's their leading scorer now with 8.
Boy, good high screen and roll with Matos. Quick release by Cologne.
A left-handed Vasquez at 6'4", puts another one underneath, looking easy.
Yeah, Matt DeSoy not going to be able to stop him down low that deep.
Matt DeSoy's first 3 of the evening. His 25th of the season.
They have range, both Cologne and DeSoy. They can shoot it from deep.
Looks like Cougars are having an easy time getting it inside, but Vasquez missed a couple of layups.
He just can't finish. Yeah, they're getting what they want. He's just not finishing.
Trailblazers back on the run, but a big 3 outside by Burgos again. His 3rd of the night. He has 9.
We talked about that, the transitioning from offense to defense, and right there you see Lehigh Carbon. Quick 3 in transition.
Rodriguez up another 3-point opportunity for Francisco Rodriguez out of Whitehall.
Good job, strong move to the basket, took the contact, concentrated, and made the finish.
He has 6, averages about 3.9 points per game. Had 10 points against Lorraine Community College the other night.
Struggles a little bit here, only shooting 52%.
Misses that. Luzerne now trying to get a basket. Up to a 7-point lead again.
Jordan Black handles the ball pretty well for a big man. He can drive it. Faison Baldwin, a little bit too much contact on the drive.
Baldwin's 2nd foul, team's 2nd.
You put your hands on the driver, it's an automatic foul. Your referees are instructed to automatically call that.
Malone has the other foul. He takes a seat for Luzerne.
Jeremy Gordon in to play defense on Black inside. They had a mismatch, so they had to get some size on Black.
Matos in and out. Not many second chance opportunities early on here for Luzerne midway through the first half. Double team by Vasquez. Another offensive board. He'll go to the line. Looks like to shoot two.
Pablo Vasquez doing everything he can, but he just can't finish. He's not getting frustrated though. He's staying strong inside. Coach Abdur Rahman wants him maybe to kick it back out for a three once it goes in there. He hasn't done it yet, and he's imploring Vasquez just once pass it back out.
68% foul shooter out of Roberto Clemente Charter School. A little short on that. 2 misses from him.
You know, see Jordan Black handling the ball.
Well, Black, no points so far. Their leading scorer coming in. So Lehigh is doing a nice job on him. Ariza, nowhere to go. No foul call.
Luzerne staying with the zone. Flatten out the 3-2.
Hackett gets his own rebound. Jordan Hackett comes in just shooting 4-14 from three-pointer, but didn't hesitate in shooting that last one.
Well, the thing about the long shots, Bob, they yield long rebounds, so the guards have to rebound for Luzerne out high.
Andrew Campbell, the freshman, number 5, knocked that away out of GAR. It's too easy on the inside, stripped away. Gordon and Vasquez having their way on the offensive boards.
You know, there's only 12 minutes gone in this game, but I don't have the stats in front of me, but they have double figures in offensive rebounds already. You can't give your opponent that many second chance opportunities.
Takeaway up quickly. 2-on-1. Over to Black with the dunk. Timeout on the floor. Taken by Luzerne, or excuse me, Lehigh Carbon. Take a look at it again.
Yeah. Brings the ball up the floor. Ariza, good find on the other side, and Black gets up quick and dunks it through.
Okay, we'll take a quick timeout and then we'll be right back. 24-19 the score. Welcome back to Nanticoke for tonight's Eastern Pennsylvania Athletic Conference game between Lehigh Carbon and Luzerne County Community College. Bob Ide, Doug Walsh, Aaron Dugan here in Nanticoke. 24-19 lead for the Cougars. And they've done it on the inside on the glass.
Yeah, too many offensive rebounds Luzerne is giving up. It's too many second chance opportunities. Good defense out front with the steal.
That layup goes in. Campbell's first 2 of the night. Suddenly it's a 3-point game again.
Boy, with Desoy, Ariza, and Cologne out there, they do a great job ball hawking. Campbell as well.
Malone set to come back in. What's Coach Latrella doing with his bench? He's trying to get everybody a little bit of a rest here in the first half.
Yeah, you can only give them 1 or 2 minutes each. Rotate everybody for 10 minutes swing.
Oh, he's watching Black on the other side, and the left-handed layup is in. His second of the night. He has 4, and it's back to a 1-point lead.
Good job by Desoya looking ahead. Jordan Black runs the floor better than anybody.
The closest Luzerne has been. Lehigh opened up with a 3-pointer in this game. Short. Knocked away.
Here you see the DeSoy looking ahead. Nobody gets back on Jordan Black. He runs the floor well for a big man and a solid finish.
Black is their rebounder too, at 9 per game. He's having a tough time tonight against Vasquez. Nice little layup in. Rockmore looked like.
You see Abdur-Rahman, Coach Abdur-Rahman told Vasquez to kick it back out. They got a wide open 3 the previous possession, and they got an easy deuce that time. We got 3 seconds in the lane. Oh, he came in bounds, lane violation.
Turnover from Luzerne. There's Mike Latrella, 4th season here with the Trailblazers. Does a nice job recruiting on the local end.
Luzerne doing a good job keeping the ball out of the middle until there. But that's a good defensive stop by Luzerne.
Black's been known to do that once in a while, and that one has a positive ending.
Bob, he's got great legs. He's athletic. He started that at the foul line and finished up near the rim. Great legs.
Seems like he's getting his rhythm in. He's got 6, the 6'4" sophomore from Pittston area. 1-point lead for the Cougars. Stripped away, and they're going to call foul.
There you see all the way too strong to the basket. Finishes with his right hand. He's a left-hander, but he finishes with his right. Jordan Black. Very
Reza
athletic.
with the foul. So going to the line will be Baldwin, freshman out of Long Beach, shoots just 55% from the line.
Yeah, that one looked good. Good for him. That makes him 6 for 10 on the year. As I was saying, Bob, Luzerne doing a good job keeping the ball out of the lane up until that last drive, but they're challenging shooters and they're keeping the ball out of the lane, hence they're only down 2 after being down 9.
DeSoy, we're tied. Matt DeSoy lays it up and in. 9 for the freshman out of Myers.
Tell you what, Luzerne doesn't get rattled. They don't quit. They get down 9. They have the same facial expressions, down 9 or tied.
Vasquez making it look easy.
Yeah. Coach Latrella, it's a little too easy for Vasquez. Yeah.
6 for him. Cologne picks it up and launches a 3. Black got a hand on it, no foul. But Elmo's there for the trash, lays it in, tied again.
Boy, you got to credit Jordan Black for coming from way out top and tipping that ball. He missed the tip, but he kept it alive. Elmhort cleans up the mess.
That'll be a travel. Joe White back in for the Cougars.
Yeah, you see, here comes Elmore on the finish. After that, prior to that, Jordan Black came from the top of the key and tipped it up and kept it alive for Elmore to clean it up.
Elmore had a 16-point game against Johnson College last week. Cologne to Black, and the foul.
What a pass, A.J. Cologne. What a find down low. Going away from the basket. Left-hand flipper into Jordan Black. Good catch.
Cougars coach comes out on the floor.
And they're going to have to talk to him about it, I think.
Daoud Abdur-Rahman, his first season with the Cougars as the head coach. Does some AAU stuff in the Allentown area. But Black to the line to shoot 2. It's the first lead of the night for the Trailblazers.
Jordan Black, 68% from the foul line. Not too bad. And getting back to Coach Abdur-Rahman, came from Muhlenberg as an assistant. And a guy by the name of Jake Brown from Wallenpaupack, a local kid, took over his spot at Muhlenberg. Pressure out on top, Bob, for Luzerne has changed the complexion of this game. They're getting out on shooters.
Nice pass underneath. Easy look, no good. Black to push it. Ariza running the floor, lays it in.
Luzerne looks like they're starting to have fun now. They're pushing
Maybe
the
some
ball up the
jitters
floor.
here early on or something, you know, with the TV cameras and everything. Biggest lead of the night for the Trailblazers. Easy one for Gordon.
Yeah, Germany Gordon likes to work that short corner, that baseline. He's pretty good at it. That's 2 baskets he's got down there.
At the Soy, the crossover will go out of bounds and we'll have another timeout. So a big surge put on by the Trailblazers, and they lead the Cougars now by 2, 3:12 left in the first half. So Luzerne, Doug, comes into this 2-5. Big numbers up there. I mean, you're looking at 137. They gave up 107, 121 to Pitt Titusville. And as you mentioned in the break, they are entertaining.
Yes, they are. They get out fast. They run off their defense. They run off their rebounding. Have they not given up so many offensive rebounds to Lehigh Carbon, they would probably have a lot more points. But a very entertaining ball club.
And they've done a better job now on the inside, on the defensive side, getting the ball away from Vasquez.
Well, Vasquez is getting it, but he's kicking it back out now. So, I mean, that's the Luzerne's advantage. And the 3 ball's not falling like it did early on for Lehigh Carbon. So, you know, that's why Luzerne is back on top.
14-5 at one point the score was tonight.
Coach Latrella not happy with the offense they're running coming right out of the timeout.
Well, we talked about the shot clock. Well, hits the rim with 1 second left and pulled in from the Cougars.
He forced the turnover, but they missed it. Yeah, it looked like Sean Best shuffled his feet when he got that ball. A.J. Cologne certainly thought so.
Sean Best, a sophomore in there. Cougars going deep on their bench tonight. Playing 9 so far. Here comes Desoy. He wants to run it quick. Out to Cologne. Over to Elmore. Lays it in again. Matt Elmore out of Jim Thorpe.
Boy, Desoy comes down with the rebound, finds Cologne ahead, and Cologne sees everybody on the floor. He caught Elmore coming right down the lane.
Right back to the Cougars. 2 short ones. And they're going to call it against Lehigh Carbon.
Yeah, Germany Gordon bumped Jordan Black on the back of the head on the rebound. There it is, the find by Cologne. He knew before he received it that he was going to pass it to Elmore in the middle of the lane, and what a good job by A.J. Cologne, knowing where his teammates are.
Full court pressure now from the Cougars. Cologne brings it up quickly. Get it out to their point guard, Matt Desoy, 5'10".
Yeah, they got 4 out, 1 in. They're trying to get Black posted up down low.
We're a minute 56 away from the half. Just 7 fouls committed by both teams.
Yeah, pretty clean game.
But that doesn't mean it's not physical, because it does look physical.
Yeah.
They're letting them play.
And they're getting something inside now. They're getting Jordan Black maybe. Oh no. Yeah, they're getting Jordan Black a little bit too much. Yeah. If you displace, if you back your guy in with your rear end, I think Jordan Black did a little bit too much of that.
Coach Latrella giving the referees an earful.
He didn't think so.
No. Cologne, steal. Oh, just rolls right out.
Boy, good follow. Ariza almost had the rebound too.
Rodriguez slows it down. Back to White. Joel White hit the first 3 of the night. Since then, he's been cold. That's the only points he has. Hackett from downtown.
Yeah, he got a little bit too much room, a little too much space. Wide open jumper.
2 layups in a row missed by the Trailblazers. Cougars now can take the lead. Under a minute to play, first half.
If you're Luzerne, you want to get 2 good stops before this half. Get a good offensive possession.
White can't get it to roll.
There's stop number 1.
Timeout on the floor. That'll be the 32nd variety taken from Coach Latrella, the one he has to use in this first half.
Well, you have to, if you're Coach Latrella now with 42 seconds to go and 25 left on the shot clock, you want to get 2 possessions here for Lehigh Carbon's 1. So you want to come out here and maybe run a good quick hitter in 10 or 12 seconds, get a good look, and then leave about 30, 35 or so, 33 on the clock for Lehigh Carbon, so you're assured of another possession with 6 or 8 seconds to go.
First turn, White.
Looks like Matt Desoy getting a little stretching while the timeout's going on with Coach Latrella. Checking him out. 41 seconds left in the first half. Early on, it looked like the Cougars may blow out the Trailblazers, but boy, they really hung in there.
Well, they made some adjustments. They stopped getting the ball in. They kept the ball out of the lane a little bit more. Luzerne did. They challenged the shooters. They got out on the 3-point shooters for Lehigh, and since then they've gotten back into the ball game. They like to look for Elmore coming out of these sideline, these timeouts on the sideline. Maybe 1 or 2 passes, and you might see Elmore take it to the basket.
29-20 advantage, the scoring. Since early on, it was 14-5 Cougars, and that'd be advantage Luzerne.
They got exactly what they wanted. They got the screen across for Black down low and just couldn't convert. But you see that the quick shot will assure Luzerne of another possession. Just barely.
Yep. So it'll be Lehigh Carbon who wants to take the lead into the half. They led early 3-0. Into Gordon, he lays it up and in. He'll go to the line to complete a possible 3-point play.
Good job by Vasquez finding Jeremy Gordon down low. He's doing a nice job of the baseline, Jeremy Gordon. He's finished 3 or 4 baskets down there, and he goes to the line again.
50% shooter. Now William Allen, and it just rims in and out. Black gonna push it, and the foul will be called, and they have a couple to give.
Yeah, they have a couple to give, so they're gonna foul, and they may foul 1 more time.
Both teams have 5 fouls now.
So Lehigh Carbon can afford to foul 1 more time, right about now. Yeah, they tried to. He got some space.
Desoy downtown, and Elmore, the putback is no good. And that will do it. First half in the books here in Nanticoke. It's Lehigh Carbon out in front by 1, 36-35.
Welcome back to halftime, everyone. You're watching live college basketball right here on my TV, WQMY. I'm Erin Dugan, and joining us as a special guest now from Luzerne County Community College, the president, Tom Leary. Thanks so much for joining us.
I'm happy to be here, Erin. Thank you.
So a big milestone recently, celebrating 50 years. What does that mean to you?
50 years of excellence in education. You know, the community college is the college in the area that 4 out of 5 people remain right here, living and working in our community. So we have such a significant impact. But this year, during our 50th anniversary, we put together a series of community and student events that brought a lot of alumni back with our students, and we capped it off with a gala, our 50th anniversary gala, where we raised a significant amount of money, all for student scholarships. So this is going to help many students in the future. As you probably know, we have the most affordable tuition rate at $127 a credit, but so many students are going to receive additional scholarships that didn't exist before the 50th anniversary.
You also had a time capsule, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a time. We pulled a time capsule out of the ground and looked back from 25 years ago in 1992, and we saw some of the things that people were very valuable to people in 1992. And I was really pleasantly surprised at how interested our young students were in that time capsule. So what we're going to do this year is we're going to bury it again in early December. We're going to take a lot of items that were suggested by the students, and then 25 years from now, we're going to reopen it and see what was important in 2017.
Very cool. So I have to ask you, we recently celebrated Veterans Day, and I know you do a lot for veterans. Tell me about that.
Well, we began Veterans Day week with our students participating in the parade. And then we, about a week later, we dedicated our new Veterans Center. And we're very excited about that because we never had a Veterans Center on campus, but we served the largest number of veterans of any college or university in this region. So as a result, when we talked with veterans and we talked with some counselors, we designed a space that is specifically dedicated to veterans. We'll have some TVs, computers, there'll be a counselor visiting occasionally, but there'll be a nice place for us to show our appreciation for their service. It's the Patrick J. Solano Veterans Center. It's named after a wonderful gentleman who flew missions over in World War II and then dedicated his life to service, both in state government and in the community, and he's also a former trustee. So we're really excited about the Veterans Center because that's going to be the opportunity, the venue for our veterans to come together.
Fantastic. And I know you're always expanding. I'm going to ask you about the Scranton campus in just a minute, but tell me about the Pittston campus, how that's coming along.
Well, we broke ground for the Pittston Center a few weeks ago, and there's going to be renovations going on throughout the next 6 months or so, and then we're going to move in June of 2018. But in the meantime, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking to the citizens of Pittston. We're going to be holding some open forums. We're in the process now of forming an advisory council. What we want to do is we want to provide what the community wants, in addition to what are the traditional courses. So we're really excited about that too, because that is going to be a beautiful center right on Main Street. And anyone who has been through the city of Pittston and has seen the renaissance that has occurred in that city, having us there and having a presence there, I think it's just going to be a great opportunity for the college, the community, and the city to come together.
Absolutely. And how about Scranton?
Scranton, we're in our second year in the city of Scranton, and the interest and the participation in our courses is only growing. We grew by about 30% over last year. So the people in Scranton have received us very well, and we continue to work on ideas for even more programs being offered in the city of Scranton at our dedicated center there.
Great. Tom Leary, president of Luzerne County Community College. As always, we thank you for stopping to chat with us.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be right back. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to live college basketball right here on MyTV, WQMY. Luzerne County Community College hosting Lehigh Carbon. They're down by 1 at the half. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Erin Dugan. I have some special guests joining me now. This is Joel Kislin and Brooke Yeager. They were part of the late 1960s, early 1970s wrestling program here at Luzerne County Community College. Joel, we'll start with you. First, let's talk about that banner right behind you, just put up today. There we go, 1971, Joel Kislin, national champion. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me. I mean, it took a lot of hard work, and it's nice to be remembered.
What do you remember from that time?
Well, it was different getting used to college wrestling compared to high school. A little tougher, and different kind of workouts with different coaches. But you know, once you got used to it and started getting your feet wet, it was nice. You know, I love the sport. I mean, that's been my life, my wrestling, and I was a teacher and a coach, and you know, Brooke did a lot for me, and I appreciate him and LCC for putting that banner up for me, and it's a great honor.
Brooke, what do you remember from that time?
Well, we struggled. One, we didn't have a campus at the time. We started our first matches were held in the Armory, and then the CYC was gracious enough to loan us some space. So when Joel wrestled, he wrestled at the CYC. I do remember at the end of the season being thrown in the pool, which was always a lot of fun. We had to carry the wrestling mats from the basement wrestling room up to the gym and then back down after the match. So wrestlers, though, are used to moving mats around. But we had a good bunch of guys back at that time. I was lucky enough. I was lightweight, but I coached heavyweights that were very successful, which a lot of people think is unusual. But I was privileged to have some heavyweights like Joel that had some natural talent, and we tried to develop that natural talent.
And Joel, since your days here at Luzerne County Community College, you've been heavily involved in the local wrestling scene. Just kind of touch on the places that you've been and coached.
Well, I started off assistant coach at Myers High School for 10 years with Billy Hilbert. Then I got my first head coaching job here at Nanticoke. I was here for 10 or 11 years. From there, I went to Dallas for a couple of years, and then that's basically I retired after that. So, you know, I refereed a little bit, you know, and but basically I did a lot of coaching.
And Brooke, I know I asked Joel, but how about this banner? What does this mean to you to be able to walk in the gym and see this?
Well, Joel should have been honored many years ago for what he did, because he's the only national champion Luzerne has ever produced. We've produced some place winners, but he's the only national champion we produced. And I'm just happy that the college went along with recognizing our wrestling program that we did have back in the 60s and the 70s. I've been involved in wrestling all my life, retired from refereeing 2 years ago, and I'm just happy that we finally got to honor Joel in this way.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to both of you for stopping down to talk about your accomplishments. We appreciate it. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back right here on MyTV WQMY.
Both teams are on the floor. We're about a minute away before we start the second half here at Luzerne County Community College. The Cougars out in front of the Trailblazers by 1. Bob and Doug back at the bench court side. Doug, let's take a look at some of those first half highlights. Early on, Cougars took a lead, but then suddenly the Trailblazers went on a spurt.
Yeah, well, you talk about at the onset of the game, we talked about turning the ball over, and you see that the baskets that Luzerne is getting here all by themselves are coming off turnovers. Here's another one. You see easy baskets off your transition, off your turnovers. You see the 2-on-1 there and black finishes. And on the other side of the floor, they kept the ball on the post for the most part, but Vasquez missed a few, and then he finally made one there. Again, you see the quick passing ahead, transition offense by Luzerne, got him back in the ball game.
Cologne did have 2 threes in that first half. He has 8 points. DeSoy leads the Trailblazers with 9. Elmore has 6, and Jordan Black has 8. On the opposite side, Burgos is the leading scorer with 9. He has 3 threes. 6 for Gordon. Vasquez has 6. He's mixed 2 free throws. 2 for Baldwin, 2 for Rodriguez, and 2 for Rockmore. And that's where we stand going into the second half. Doug, you had a quick conversation with Coach Latrella. What was he happy with this first half?
Well, he was talking about what we talked about in the first half. The offensive rebounding for Lehigh Carbon is killing them. So they probably had a talk with them and figured out how to shore that up. They did a better job in the second part of the first half controlling the defensive glass. But, you know, if you're Mike Latrella, you're happy. 36-35, your 1-point game, you're fine.
Soy with the cut, and Elmore kind of nonchalant at that pass with one hand.
Yeah, wasn't really ready for it. DeSoy threw it at pretty hard. You see now DeSoy goes back. He's a tough kid. He got him in the back of the zone so he can rebound. And the thing about that, Bob, is tipped out of bounds by Cologne. Good hands. But the thing about that is if DeSoy rebounds from that spot, he can just get it and go, and he can start the fast break the other way. That's why coach puts him back there.
Luzerne's been in that zone all night long. 3-2. He's going to stay to the Cougars. Vasquez was having an easy time early on in the paint, number 21.
You know what else they did? They're putting Elmore in the middle of the top there. Flatten out the 3-2 to keep the ball from Vasquez at the high post. Good adjustment by Coach
2 seconds
Latrella.
on the shot clock, Doug, and they'll count it. Downtown, good shot by Burgos.
That's his fourth. You got to know where he is if you're Luzerne. You got to know where he is all the time.
Quick shot taken by Cologne. Goes right into the hand of Gordon. Biggest lead of the night was 7. That was by Lehigh Carbon twice. Luzerne did have a 4-point lead in that first half at 1 point late in the half. Vasquez turned, no one there. Black right to White, and easy putback.
Wait, credit Vasquez for not giving up on the play. He thought he had turned it over, stayed with it, got the easy tip in.
5-0 run. Almost duplicating what happened in that first 5 minutes of the game. And will foul on the floor. There's Elmore put up the pump fake.
Good job by Matt Elmore. Here comes DeSoy, sizing him up. Kick out, nothing there.
Black with some jumps.
Good job by Jordan Black, driving it to the right. And a soft, easy teardrop in the lane. Good job, see Elmore forcing Vasquez out much higher than he wants to be.
Nice pass to the inside for an easy 2.
Boy, unfortunately for Luzerne, they got the shot that they wanted. They just didn't get the rebound.
Not a good-looking shot for DeSoy.
No, if you're Mike Latrella, you might want to talk things over if Lehigh Carbon scores here.
Both teams taking quick shots.
Another offensive rebound, though, for Lehigh Carbon.
Luzerne coming in, averaging 92 points per game. They gave up 95. I don't think we're going to get close to that today.
No, they're not. I don't think either team is going to get up that high, but pressure defense for Lehigh Carbon is a little bit more extended this second half.
Ariza had just 6 threes on the season coming in. Launched that from downtown. Push on the Trailblazers.
Elmore with 2 hands, as we said before. You put 2 hands on the ball handler, it's an automatic foul.
His first of the game. Both teams have 1 foul in this half. Hackett back out to Burgos. Cologne all alone for an easy one.
Good job by Jordan Black. Found Cologne ahead. Lehigh Carbon trying to get the ball inside.
Bank shot, Hackett.
I'm not so sure Jordan Hackett called the bank, Bob.
Now, most of the time you don't. Not from there.
Not from there.
Not from there.
At any rate, it's a good 3 for a 7-point lead.
Well, DeSoy, he doesn't need the backboard. He puts that through easily. His first 3 of the second half. He had 1 in the first. Is 12. Continues to be a 4-point lead.
Ball was tipped, that's why they didn't call backcourt.
Cologne with some speed.
Ariza was putting the ball out on the floor. He looked ahead, he saw A.J. Cologne ahead. Might as well throw it to him. Back
Seems
to a
like
two-point
that's
game.
working better than the half-court offense for Luzerne.
They look ahead very well. They run the floor real well, too.
Blocked by Black. Chance to tie or take the lead. Cologne cherry picking again, and we're tied. Timeout on the floor. A run put on by Luzerne, and it's 46 all. We'll take a timeout ourselves here in Nanticoke. Nice little run put on by Luzerne. Coach Rockman not happy with his team as they had a 4-point lead. Suddenly that evaporated.
Well, A.J. Cologne slipping out behind the defense. Nobody could see him, and 3 times in a row they passed it ahead. They pitched it ahead, and he laid it in nice and easy. Coach Abdur Rockman didn't really like that, so he got a little upset. But, you know, if you're Luzerne, you're thrilled. 46-46. You're hanging in there. You're not playing your greatest game, but you're tied.
This team beat you twice last year. Back into Vasquez. You know, one thing about this community college, though, I mean, there's all new players almost every year as Vasquez lays it in.
Yeah, you're always reteaching and starting all over again. It's a difficult job.
Just 2 sophomores, in fact, on Luzerne's team. Cologne wide open 3. Count it! Cologne's on fire. He has 7 here in the second half.
Boy, Desoy drives it, finds Elmore on the baseline, and Elmore unselfishly passes up his shot for the 3 outside.
Easy one. Vasquez underneath. No one can get him. He's got 8 in the second half.
Yeah, see, it's tough for Luzerne. You got to pick your poison. You got Elmore on top trying to keep the ball out of the high post. But Desoy down low is a little bit too small to get some of those rebounds with the bigger guys. So
stop pop. No good from Matt Desoy out of Myers. Jordan Black. Should be Joe White. Up Black with the rebound, and we're in another timeout. 14:04 remaining here in the second half. Luzerne is caught up. They trail by just 1. Aaron Dugan with another special guest.
Well, we're here now with a special guest. This is Cheryl Lesser, the VP of Academic Affairs here at Luzerne County Community College. Thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So you really value the student experience here. Tell me about that.
I've been working at a community college for over 25 years, and I think that is the best place for students to start. Small classroom sizes, dedicated faculty, a lot of full-time faculty. We do have adjunct faculty that come from business, so they bring a lot of experience to our students. Students can come here, they can be academically prepared and ready to move on, or students who need a little extra help, and we have all the supports for them. So we really offer a lot of pathways for students. Our students can be ready for the 4-year experience after a couple of years. If they're part-time, it could take a little bit longer. And we have a lot of programs that will lead them, for example, into business, into criminal justice, into nursing, for example. But we also have a large population of students that want to be in the technology programs and other programs that would go right into the workforce too.
For those who don't know, you can attend here for 2 years and then transfer to a 4-year college or university, correct?
Absolutely. Our credits are transferable to just about everywhere, not a problem. And one of the things I think that also makes the college important is that we have classes on campus, but we have different sites that students can go to. For example, Scranton, Pittston will be open soon, Cultmont, for example. But we also have a great distance education program. So you can be at home, you can work, you can come here full-time, part-time. There's a lot of different options available for students.
And lastly, I know you're new here. You just worked here about 5 weeks. What strikes you most about this campus?
The first thing and a major piece of what struck me here is heart. The folks that work here and the students that attend here have a heart that is it's right out there on their sleeve. You can feel it. You want to work here. You want to attend here. You want to be part of this institution. It is a wonderful community. I've met a lot of community members. And I think that for me, a community college it's such an ingrained part of a community. It's not just about the courses. It is about being here for whatever the community needs. We're a place that you can have a program. It's a place where we will connect with the K-12 system. So it really is. And that, to me, when I came here, I saw those connections with the community, and that's important to me.
Best of luck here. Thanks for stopping to chat.
Thank you so much.
Bob?
Back to game action. Up and down they go. With foul on the floor. Going to be called by Andrew Campbell, the freshman on GAR. We'll put Pablo Vasquez at the line to shoot 2.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if Jordan Black had looked ahead, he had numbers. He went behind his back, and a great strip by Francisco Rodriguez.
He never scored more than 12 points in his life.
First one's off the mark.
Vasquez is 68% foul shooter.
He has 14 points. Not too good, though, from the free throw line. That's his first out of 4 tonight. 15 for him.
X, who's in the middle?
He's struggling a little bit tonight on the offensive end. Even though he has those points, he could have had a lot more, but he's a pretty good player. He gets you the same numbers every night, even on a bad night.
Blocked away is Cologne in the paint. 2 fouls on each team here in the second half.
Lehigh Carbon man-to-man on the out-of-bounds underneath.
Another defensive board. Here comes Hackett for the Cougars.
Oh, easy one there for Cologne.
Rolls it up. Had Elmore underneath, didn't see him. 2-on-2. Desoy stripped it. Back on the floor. Possession arrow going to go over to Lehigh Carbon. I'll tell you, Luzerne, though, gets after it.
All these guys have quick hands. They're good anticipators. They get their hand in, causing steals, flicking from behind. Both teams really play good defense. Active defense.
One thing Coach Latrella is not happy is Vasquez is having a career night, coming in, averaging about 14 per game. Take it away, Campbell for 2.
Gonna get a foul on Campbell. This might be a technical foul. I'm not really sure about this. He was going to take the ball out of bounds, and he blocked it. Henry Campbell knocked it out of his hand. It may be a technical. A delay of game warning. Okay. That's safe.
So delay a game warning. Former referee Doug calls it, but here's the steal.
You see the steal, and he lays it in. Now going back, you'll see him bump the inbounder. So he didn't really knock the ball out of his hand, so you couldn't call it technical there. So you get a delay of game warning. That's a good call by Danny Liuzzo. Straighten things out.
We're tied at 51. 12 minutes left in the game.
You see the guards on defense extending a little higher, pushing Lehigh Carbon out further than they want to be.
Off the mark from Baldwin. Better bore that time. Up quickly. Cologne again. An easy one. It's 3 in a row for Cologne. And we're right underneath.
Matt DeSoy looks ahead. Beautiful pass to A.J. Cologne.
17 for Cologne. Off the mark. You mentioned about the Soy getting rebounds, and he brings it up quickly. Black's going to be called for a travel, and we'll take a timeout. 11:35 left in this game. We'll head to our break. 2-point lead from the Trailblazers. We are back on the campus of Luzerne County Community College. Their Trailblazers lead by 2 over the Cougars from Lehigh Carbon. Bob I, Doug Walsh, and Aaron Dugan. Only a 4-point lead. Every time, though, somehow Luzerne erases.
Boy, they don't quit. You know, they keep coming at you, playing defense, flicking from behind, pushing the ball ahead. They really play well together. They look for each other. They pitch the ball ahead. They get out and run.
A.J. Cologne, though, having himself quite a half. He has 9 altogether.
Well, you see, just like that, he gets out in transition. When the shot goes up, he kind of takes off. And then a good find by Elmore. Extra pass gets A.J. Cologne to 3.
A.J.'s 44% on the year. Shooting the threes pretty good from outside the arc.
Well, he picks his spots, Bob. He takes good shots. And if you take good shots, you'll make more.
Out to Burgos. Gets his own rebound. One thing the Cougars have done tonight is control the glass.
Yeah, 2 more offensive boards. They're going to get an offensive foul now,
Yeah.
I think.
It's going to go against Lehigh Carbon.
It's like Faison Baldwin,
yeah.
maybe. Faison's looking around like, that's on me. He got him for a legal screen. He slid a little bit when he was screening.
That's 4 fouls on him. He's the only player on the court with any kind of foul trouble.
They only have 8, and he's got 4 of them.
Yeah. Reza thought someone was cutting. Campbell came up with it. What a move, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
Wow, that was impressive. Andrew Campbell, pump fake, drove it, faked the pass, hung in the air, and drew the foul. Not too bad from the foul line, 65%.
He had 16 himself against Johnson. But you remember in that game, Luzerne did score 137, so a lot of highs on the season out of that.
Played last year on that GAR team that went all the way to the district final. Knows how to play, knows how to win.
It's the second 3-point lead for Luzerne.
I think if you're Lehigh Carbon now, you're going to have to go inside to Vasquez a few times. They're relying too much on the outside jumper. Good defense by Elmore, though. It went into Vasquez, but Elmore won't give an inch.
DeSawyer blows by Hackett. They're going to say it's on the floor. It'll go to the line. Hackett with the foul, his first. Matt DeSawyer and Myers.
Coach Latrella thought they could have let that go a little bit. Yeah.
A little different angle.
Yeah, on top. I kind of agree with Coach Latrella. In the college game, I think you let that go. He didn't hinder him going to the basket. You take the 2 points away. It's kind of a penalty if you call a foul.
Luzerne with a basket could take their largest lead of the night over Lehigh Carbon. Soy trying to get a screen up top. Has it, takes it, rolls it in.
He was determined to get those 2 points. They took it away from him, so he said, all right. And he was going to shoot that the entire possession. He knew he was going to shoot that.
14 for Matt the Soy. And against Bucks in their only first win of the year, he had 30, knocked down a lot of shots in that one.
Well, you can see he's smooth. He's a good offensive player. He gets to the basket. He's a good spot-up shooter. And he's unselfish. You know, you say if a guy has 30 points, you think, boy, he's a ball hog. He's not. He's an unselfish player.
Well, no, he's 6.9 assists per game.
Yeah. Well, when you score 92, you're going to average some points and you're going to average some assists.
Black and fouled on the shot. Going to go against Vasquez. It's just his second. That puts the Pittston area grad on the line. First miss of the night. He has 10.
You look at these guys, Bob. Nobody out there looks tired on the floor. You know, they've been going up and down, and nobody looks tired. Nobody's gassed.
One out of two. Biggest lead of the night for Luzerne is 6.
Lehigh Carbon goes through scoring droughts, and they're in one right now.
Knocked out of bounds. Good defense by Andrew Campbell. And right like that, Sean Matos gets off the bench to give Jordan Black a blow.
You know, we talked about in the outset, Bob, the offensive rebounding, but Lehigh Carbon's turning the ball over so many times, they're offsetting that.
Hackett can't get it to go. Hackett at 5'9", got the rebound, one of the smallest guys out there.
Jordan Hackett, excellent foul shooter. Now two, Bob, with 9:23 to go in the second half. The next foul on Lehigh Carbon will put Luzerne in the bonus, so good for the home team. Pretty smooth by Jordan Hackett, both of them.
Almost a steal. Matos having a tough time handling the ball. He gets it over to Matt Desoy. 16 fouls now on the Cougars, and that's going to be number 7.
Yeah, so for the rest of the way now, Luzerne is going to go to the line. When you're at home, you've got to get to the line, and you got to make them.
Sean Best with the foul, and Desoy to the line again. His first time this evening, I should say. 1-1.
Ill-advised reach in by Best out on top, especially when you have 16 fouls, forcing the 7th and putting your opponent on the line.
Desoy shooting near 80% from the charity stripe. And the Myers freshman can't get the second one to go.
Again, now I think if you're Lehigh Carbon, you want to get Vasquez the ball, get him some touches down low, maybe kick it back out, maybe drive it to the basket. But Elmore's doing a good job on the defensive end in the second half.
Hackett with a big 3, cuts the lead to 2. His second 3 of the evening for Jordan Hackett out of Pope John High School. Blocked away. They get over to their point guard.
Coach Latrella trying to give Jordan Black a blow, try to maybe rotate everybody, give him 1 or 2 minutes, but I don't know how much longer you can go with Black on the bench. Maybe go into the under 8 timeout, and then he'll get him back in.
Desoy with a big board. Lehigh gets back. No opportunity for a transition, so they'll set up a play. Black and Cologne getting off the bench. That will most likely be the next media timeout.
Well, you're going to have to give maybe Desoy a 1-minute blow, but they're scoring challenged with those 2 on the bench.
Cougars can tie it up.
Ariza
with a pick. Nice pick, as Doug just said.
Boy, they have quick hands.
Yeah, Ariza on a very good Pocono Mountain West team last year. Foul on the floor, and that will take us to our timeout. 7:30 left in this game. 2-point advantage for the home team in Luzerne, and Aaron Dugan has some special guests with her in the corner. Aaron.
That's right, Bob. Joining me now are some members of the women's basketball team here at Luzerne, Megan Manglaviti and Allison Muse. Now, ladies, I understand you're supposed to play tonight, but you're dealing with some injuries. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the team was kind of bummed tonight that we didn't get to play because of so many injuries, but it was in the best idea to come back 100%, take the week off, than risk any more injuries tonight.
Right. When you're at full strength, what are your strengths? What do you do well?
I think our biggest strength is our press break because we are looked as a weak team because we have so little players. So it's like a constant, like people are pressing us and going over in games and practice all the time.
And Allison, I noticed a few of your teammates are here tonight. Do you support the guys, and do they support you right back?
Yeah, like I like to support the guys, and like the guys like to support us too. Actually, like some of us are friends, and I think that's really nice that like we could all be kind of like a big family.
And how would you like to finish out the season?
Well, I want to finish it out pretty strong. I want to get a couple wins in there and be able to say, hey, like I played for this team and I made an effort to make a difference.
All right, well, get healthy. All right, girls, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bob?
Well, good luck, girls, the rest of the season. Their game will get, of course, postponed tonight due to some injuries on a small size team that the ladies have here. Here's what's Luzerne got coming up. They'll host Northampton coming up next Tuesday after Thanksgiving. And it doesn't get any easier in Region 19 of Division III of the National Junior College Athletic Association, Doug.
Well, you see Middlesex and Sussex, who they've already beaten Luzerne, and Luzerne. They're in the, they're all tied at 2-2. I mean, it's early, but they're in the 11th spot, and top 11 make the playoffs. So you want to kind of hold serve in games like this.
You'd like to get a win on your home floor as well.
Yeah.
So after the timeout, 2-point lead for Luzerne. And a foul in the act of shooting. That will put Baldwin on the line.
I'm trying to make a concerted effort in getting the ball down low. And if you're Luzerne, you'd rather have it in Baldwin's hands than you would Vasquez's hands. So couldn't get the friendly bounce on the road. Baldwin gets to the line, but he only makes about half of them, 55%.
He makes just that. 1-point lead still. Full court press now by the Cougars. Broken by Ariza. He'll wait for his teammates to catch up. You mentioned, Doug, about getting Matt Desoy a little break. He is on the bench, but I assume not for long.
Yeah, you can't go much longer with him. Just a minute and a half or so, 2 minutes, and he'll be back in. Finish with your best.
Black unable to get that one, and now Rodriguez from downtown hits it.
Coach Natrella very upset with that one.
Foul, and Elmore to the line. Looks like for 2.
Boy, credit Andrew Campbell for pushing that. He knew he had Elmore the whole time on the other side. You see him.
This is looks like the Cougar one.
Yeah, this is the Cougar one. The rebound, great rebound there by Faison Baldwin, getting the second possession, and then they knocked down to 3. Again, the offensive rebound, killing Luzerne.
Elmore 4 of 5 before that miss. He had 16 against Johnson. That's a season high.
He's a little upset with himself that he missed that. He can't wait to get that ball in his hand and shoot the next one.
Misses both.
Made him wait too long, cleaning up the floor. Took his rhythm away from him.
Best with the carry, and that gets Matt Desoy off the bench quickly to get back in.
Yeah, that's about as long as you can go with Desoy on the bench. Ariza doing a great job hounding people too. I'm sure you haven't seen the last of him.
No.
He's a great defender.
So man-to-man pressure now being put on. It's thrown out of bounds right into the hands of a Cougar. He lays it up and in, and that's ill-advised.
Yeah, you never want to save it underneath your own basket unless you're absolutely sure it's going to your teammate.
Campbell launches it. Big rebound by Black, and goes back into the Cougars.
Boy, that shot by Campbell was halfway down and came back out.
Coming up on the 6-minute mark in this game. Now a little run put on by Lehigh Carbon. And timeout going to be called by Coach Latrella. They don't give it to him. So to Elmore. No whistles.
Yeah, Coach Latrella wanted a timeout, and then they thought they had numbers, so he said no, but I imagine if Lehigh Carbon scores this time, you're going to have to talk things over if you're Luzerne.
8-0 run by Lehigh Carbon. Foul on the shot.
Boy, Andrew Campbell great at knowing where his teammates are. You don't think he knows where they are. He sees them, finds them. If Elmore could have handled that pass a little better, he would have had the easy 2, but he kind of fumbled it.
Missed his last 2. He's got 6 in the game.
That allowed Rodriguez to get back and foul him. You know, 2 Bob now with 5:21 to go. The next foul committed by Lehigh Carbon puts Luzerne in the double bonus, so you take a little bit of pressure off you. Shooting fouls, you don't have to make that first one of the 1-on-1. You see Luzerne now, a couple guys with their hands on their knees, getting a little bit tired. Elmore's working real hard on the defensive end. That takes a lot out of you, banging Vasquez around.
Well, every time they've had a lead, the Cougars, suddenly the Trailblazers would get back into it. Now it's a 4-point lead for Lehigh Carbon. 30-second timeout called by Coach Latrella and the Trailblazers. Do they have another run in them?
Well, the couple things you want to talk about. You want to make sure you get stops, and from now on, you cannot give up any more offensive rebounds like they have been the entire game. You want to look to rebound and push it. Maybe get Cologne slipping out behind the defense again like he was earlier in the second half. And offensively, you're going to have to get Black inside and then come back outside.
Here's our schedule for WQMY. We'll hopefully get some high school football back to you December 1st. And then we start our string of Bucknell games, starting with Vermont on the 2nd, LaSalle on the 22nd. And Vermont out of the America East, a very good mid-major team.
Yeah, all those teams, there should all be good games right there.
After the timeout, let's see if the defense now can come up with a stop for Luzerne. Coach Latrella go with his starters the rest of the way.
You must rebound the basketball here if you're Luzerne.
Big board by Elmore. He's done a nice job in that zone, getting away from Vasquez.
You can try to look for Black down low.
Reach it. That will go against Burgos on a Parkland. It'll be 2-shot bonus now.
Yeah, 2 shots, as we said, the rest of the way. Takes a little bit of pressure off you. Campbell's a good foul shooter, 65%. Not bad.
They're all big now. 4:45 left in the game. It's the first. Campbell had 16 against Johnson. I think everybody did.
They scored 137 or something.
Yeah.
Everybody had 16.
Didn't look good on the second one. 3-point advantage now for the Cougars.
Now, if you're Lehigh Carbon again, you want to feature either Vasquez or Baldwin down low. They've been doing that the last 5 or 6 possessions.
Good defense on the backside by Elmore.
Elmore changed that shot, as you said, Bob.
What a catch by Black. That was like a football catch.
That's the old Calvin Johnson play. Throw it up and let him go get it. Good job by Campbell.
He's got 13 to the Pittston area grad. Suddenly an advantage for the Cougars, down to 1. A foul on Black. was a little aggressive, and that should take us to our under 4 timeout, and it will. So on the foul, Luzerne trying to get in this one, pick up their 3rd win of the season. We'll take a break here from Nanticoke. We're back in Nanticoke. 1-point lead for the Cougars. Just like they've done 3 or 4 times, Doug Walsh, Luzerne, every time they get down, they get back into it. I think they're playing good defense with Elmore in the middle of that 3-2 zone.
Yeah, it's got Lehigh Carbon a little bit confused. They made an adjustment at halftime. They brought Elmore up into the middle of the zone, keep the ball out of Vasquez's hand, doing a real good job at that. So, you know, Lehigh Carbon counters trying to post up Baldwin, and they got him a few times, but DeSoy doing a good job down there holding his own.
Luzerne is in the double bonus. 1 more foul for Lehigh Carbon against Trailblazers. That will put them in the 1-1. Tipped away, looking up for Cologne. Quick hands, and he gets it to go.
Good job by Andrew Campbell again, finding Cologne on the slip.
5-0 run from the Trailblazers, and they have a 1-point lead.
Now, if you're Luzerne, you got to make sure you rebound the basketball.
A.J. Cologne had 27 against Bucks County. Block. Vasquez, though, pulls it down. Finally, after the 3rd try, gets it in.
Look at Luzerne pushing it up quickly, though.
Jordan Black has some hops.
What a foul by Jordan Black. And he was going to tap it in with his right hand. He switched in midair and went to his left hand. What a play. We're going to get Jordan Black with a little chippy down low. Yeah, that's his 4th. Now you see the shot by Campbell, ill advised, but here comes Black. Look at, he switches and goes to his left hand. Nice tip in. He's very athletic. It's up quick.
Keep your heads, White. Keep your heads.
So that will give Burgos the 1-on-1 opportunity, trailing by 1.
Burgos, an excellent foul shooter at 75%. You would expect him to make these. I jinxed him.
You did.
And that's the difference between the 1-on-1 and the 2-shot foul. A little bit more pressure on you in the front end of a 1-on-1.
Cologne. And can't get the friendly roll.
Elmore with the follow.
Big board by Black. Shoots it up. No good. It will be wise for Luzerne to pull it out.
And I think they must have heard you, Bob. You're absolutely right. It'd be wise for them to pull it back out.
And a foul, and that will send DeSoy to the line. That goes against Rockmore, his first.
Yeah, he hit the forearm shiver on the drive. Automatic. DeSoy will shoot 2 now.
Matt with 15 so far.
A little upset with himself on that one, but he'll get this one.
Short that one. 2 big misses for Matt DeSoy. Under 2 to play here in this game, and a timeout called by Lehigh Carbon.
Coach Abdur Rockman wants to talk it over with his team. Make sure you get a good offensive possession here. You're going to get your best play or your best player with the ball or your most confident shooter. He might go down low to Baldwin, I would think, or Vasquez. It'd probably go inside. And if nothing's there, then maybe kick it back outside for a 3-ball. But they've been shooting a lot of threes all night, so I would go inside and try to force something up down low, Vasquez or Baldwin. If they have a little sideline play with a double screen, a little late double screen to get an open look.
That was the last timeout taken by Lehigh Carbon. 2 left for Luzerne.
Well, that's going to be huge later on. You don't want to leave yourself without any timeouts on the road, and especially if you're down.
Possession arrow goes to Lehigh Carbon at this point. Downtown from Hackett, way off the mark. Cologne takes it. Wisely pulls it back. Man-to-man from the Cougars.
A little too early to start fouling, but
got lucky there because he lost his dribble. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
You see now with no timeouts for Lehigh Carbon, and you need to stop the clock, you have to commit fouls to stop the clock. The only problem with that is Luzerne shooting 2 shots the rest of the way, so.
This is actually Cologne's first time at the free throw line tonight. Makes that one. He's got 20 now. He leads the way for Luzerne, 2-point lead. Coming in, he shot just 52% from the charity stripe. Looks pretty good on both of those. Had nice rotation.
Elmore almost picked it in the backcourt. He's talking to Coach Abdur Rockman. They're very careless with the ball, Lehigh Carbon, that's for sure.
Rolls around and pulled down. Cougars with another 30.
Good job by Faison Baldwin running that down in the corner.
Hackett nails it. 1-point advantage, Cougars.
Want the ball in DeSoy's hand most of the possession if you can.
Turnover Luzerne. DeSoy tried to dish it off.
Now, he's a little upset with Elmore, but that was a difficult pass to handle it, and the defender got a hand on it, knocked it out of his hand, and went off Elmore. Now, you don't have to foul here if you're Luzerne. You just got to rebound the basketball. Oh, good
Here
job
comes
by
DeSoy.
Elmore.
That's a foul by the Cougars. That will put DeSoy on the line.
Boy, credit Matt Elmore for rejecting Vasquez down low on the block. Start the fast break the other way, and Hackett picks up the foul. DeSoy gets another chance after missing the last 2, Bob.
He wasn't happy on the bench about missing the last one. They need 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. No timeouts left for Lehigh Carbon. Silence in the gym. Good rotation and nails it calmly. But you have a Myers and a GR. These guys know how to win. You bring them in an opportunity like this.
Exactly right.
They're good under pressure.
Yep, they've been doing it for the last 4 years, so it's nothing new to them.
Got that one, 1-point lead, timeout, Luzerne. 28 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, so let's set the stage for you. If you're Luzerne, there's a couple schools of thought. Now you're up 1 and you say, well, you don't want to foul. Some coaches will foul, put the other team at the line so you have the ball in your own hands, controlling your own destiny on the last possession. I'm not a proponent of that. The other side of the coin is you're going to play straight defense and make sure you get this defensive rebound. Because if you do get the defensive rebound, Lehigh Carbon must foul you. Now, if Lehigh Carbon scores, if you're Luzerne, do you immediately call timeout or do you push it? I like to push it, see what you have. If nothing's there, then you call timeout. And when you call timeout, sometimes you foul up the play. You let them go, they might get an easier basket.
Looks like Luzerne's going to come out in the man-to-man.
Yeah, first time all night they're playing man-to-man. Let's see if it doesn't foul up with Lehigh Carbon.
Shot clock is off.
switching all screens, and they got a foul on Campbell.
Coach Latrella, all he can do is put his hands on his head. Gonna say a tug of the shirt by Campbell. 1-1 now. Going to the line, Jordan Hackett, freshman.
Going to put the 87% foul shooter on the line. But again, Bob, it's 1-1 and there's 19 seconds to go in the game. It's not easy.
It's that, we're tied. 19 seconds left.
Now, make or miss, this is your decision. If you're Luzerne, are you going to call timeout or are you going to go? I say you go, and if you have something, you stay with it. If you don't like what you see, then you call your last timeout and set something up.
It's the second.
That's pressure. Jordan Hackett making both. That's pressure. Yeah, looks like they're going to go.
They're going to go.
I like it. I like the go.
Black. Can't get it. Rebound. Elmore. Up and in. Here come the Cougars. They have a chance.
He looked up. He saw he only has 4.
Take it away. Luzerne will win it on a last-second shot by Matt Elmore.
How ironic is that? They gave up 1,000 offensive rebounds and then they win the game on an offensive rebound.
Let's see, we see that last couple of opportunities again.
Well, Jordan Black took it strong to the basket, thought he got bumped, but when there's only 4 seconds to go, they're going to let you go on that. And sure enough, Matt Elmore, Johnny on the spot, there to clean it up for the win. Tell you what, you got to credit Matt Elmore for a second half.
So before we see, we'll take a timeout. We'll gather our players of the game. We'll take a look at that last exchange, and then Aaron Dugan will join us on the sideline. Luzerne gets win number 3 on the season, and a big one over Lehigh Carbon. So Matt Elmore with 4 seconds left pulls in an offensive rebound as Jordan Black went up for the layup. He missed that. And Elmore with the winning one. Cougars unable to get it the rest of the way. And a big win on the season for Luzerne County Community College. Aaron Dugan on the floor with the winning coach and the 2 players of our game.
Coach, a big win tonight.
Yes,
Do you have like heart palpitations from playing from behind?
I'm very proud of the boys. They worked hard. We fell behind a little bit. We kept fighting, and we were a little smaller. They boxed us out. We struggled on the boards, but when the time really came down at the end of the game, my boys came through, and I couldn't be more proud of them. We needed a big win, and this is a good win against a quality opponent.
What can you say about the guy next to you with the game winner?
Oh, Matt did a great job. Well, we try to put him in position to be successful. He works hard every day. This isn't the first time he's done that. He's worked on this, so that's why he was successful doing it. I'm very proud of all of the guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll move on to Matt Elmore, one of our players of the game. Take me through that play. Do you remember anything from it or just a blur?
It just happened. Well, the ball's going to go to Jordan or Matt or AJ. There's our top 3 scorers. And I cleared out. Just Jordan missed, and I just ran up, got the rebound, put it in.
How about some other guys who came up big for you tonight?
Well, this guy right here, AJ, Josh, Matt, everyone on the team, Sean Daheem on the bench, Andrew, Keyshawn, everybody. They just push me hard in practice, and we work hard every day. We're small too. We don't have that many kids, so we got to work hard.
Good game tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, our next player of the game, AJ Colon. Some good fast breaks tonight. What did you see out there?
To be honest, we was playing hard defense. My boy Matt, hell of a job looking for me, to be honest. I shout out to all these guys. I would have never had this. We would have never had this win if we didn't all play together.
Besides yourself, who do you consider leaders out there for you?
Definitely Matt and Jordan. Jordan's second-year player, so he's always big to us. And then Matt, he's a great point guard. He finds me when I'm open, and I return the favor.
And how would you like to finish out the season?
I said it off the beginning. I'm trying to win the EPAC championship, and we're coming for it.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, too. Back to you guys.
Thank you. And Doug, you mentioned about take a timeout, not take a timeout. They didn't. Jordan Black had a good look at it, the lefty, but you got Johnny on the spot is Matt Elmore. Probably the biggest offensive board of the game because they didn't have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Here, we're going to take a look at it again. We'll slow it down and take it from where Jordan Black
Well, you
has it.
see Black, he thought he may have gotten pushed right there, but Elmore positions himself for the miss, and you shoot it early enough, Bob. 5 seconds to go, 4 seconds to go. You see 5.2 when he got the rebound, so you shot it with 6 or 5 for that reason, so you can get the offensive rebound.
Lehigh Carbon used their timeouts. They didn't have it at that point. You mentioned that. It could come back to haunt them, and that's exactly what happened.
And, you know, we said they had to take care of the ball, and they didn't do it. They didn't have a timeout. They had to force it and push it. If you have the timeout, maybe you can set something up. You push it, you force it, you rush it, you turn it over, and that's the ball game.
So a big win on the year for Luzerne County Community College, 72-71. They go to 3-5 on the season. Lehigh Carbon drops to 1-7. For the entire Fox 56 Sports crew, for Aaron Dugan, Doug Walsh, this is Bob Ide saying so long from Nanticoke.
You're watching Luzerne County Community College basketball on MyTV WQMY.